So first, I want to demonstrate where do you find everything? Where do you get information? So please, if you guys want to take out your phones and follow along, this draw is being live streamed. We're going to have my phone number on the screen, and you can ask me any questions. It's not necessary to be present. You can watch the draw and text me any questions. And as well, Kyle, it will be archived, right? So people can go back and rewatch it later on. So first of all, if you want to take out your phone and follow along, the main website to go to for all info is usaboxing.org. This is what will come up, what you see on your screen. If you scroll down, because we got a couple things going on right now. We're pretty busy at USA Boxing. We got the international qualification for the Olympics going on in Italy. And now we scroll down, you see the National Open. If you click on that, it'll take you to the event page. This is the link that you want to send back home to everybody. This is the one that they can find bout sheets, they can find the live stream, they can find the results. Photos will be here as well. So if you look at Open Live, if you go to Watch Here, click on the Watch. So this will take you to the page with all the live streams. So during the competition, we'll have a live stream for each ring, and then you see the multi-ring, which will be a split screen, which will have all four going on. Also, the tournament draw, if you click on that right now, you'll actually see us live. And as we go through the draw, that's where you can watch it. And then, like I said, it'll be archived afterwards. So if you go back one page, so here's where you will find the brackets. When the bout sheets are ready and the results, they'll also be archived here. If you click on this. So right now the brackets are up for this tournament. However, they're not populated yet because that's why we're here. We're going to do the draw now. And they should populate as we go, right, in real time. So you can actually watch these brackets populate as we draw them, we hope. We'll see. It's the first time. So you can see each bracket. I don't think there is a 106. Okay, so you can see there on the bracket, it shows what time this bout will occur. So these are scheduled for March 14th during the 6 p.m. session. Does it have a ring number? No? Okay. So after the draw, it should show you the ring number as well. Okay, so we'll go through these brackets and we'll explain kind of some of the new features on them, but I wanted you to be able to see online where you can see them. If you remember in the past, we used to have to draw all the brackets, which would take a couple hours, and then we'd publish them, which would take an hour for them to update, and then every day it would update incrementally. These should update in real time, and they should update as the bouts occur. So, so great improvements here. All right, we are going to proceed with the draw, starting with the elite division. So always ladies first, and we will begin with the elite female. Can you go back to elite female 112 or 119? 106? Go back one more. Actually, go to elite female 106 and we'll explain what's going to happen here. Okay. So here at elite female 106, Valerie Rodriguez was unopposed, and she's agreed to move up to elite female 110. And the two unopposed girls at elite female 106 and 110 are going to box each other in the finals on Saturday, March 16th, in the 12 noon session. So we have Valeria Rodriguez from Southern California and Jennifer Truong from New England. Now you see on the athletes list, this is numbered just by athletes. Those are not seeds. In these categories, we don't have any seeds. So when we have some seeds, we'll explain to you the different way it will look. So go ahead and draw this bout. Okay, so Valerie Rodriguez will be in the red corner, and Jennifer Truong will be in the blue corner, and that bout will occur on Saturday. Again, no seeds in there. It was just a random draw. Can we go to the next elite female category? Elite female 114, we have one seeded boxer. Zoe Hicks from Michigan is our number 1 seed. Also in this bracket, we have Alejandra Rocha from New Mexico. So you see Zoe Hicks being the number 1 seed is already in the bracket. That yellow star represents that it is a seeded boxer. and she's the 1 seed. So we'll go ahead and draw it, which will place Rocha in the blue corner. And again, that bout will occur on Saturday in the finals, Elite Female 114. So is anybody watching the brackets? Are the brackets populating as we do this? All right, Elite Female 119 pounds. We have 2 seeded boxers. Yoselin Perez from Gulf is our number 1 seed, and our number 2 seed is Mariah Martinez from Arizona. Also in this bracket is Alina Carrillo from South Texas and Atiana Edwards from Colorado. So in the bracket, we place the number 1 and the number 2 seeds, and then we draw for the randomly for the rest of the boxers. These semifinals will take place on March 14th in the 6 p.m. session. Then they will have a rest day and come back for the finals on March 16th at noon. So if we go ahead and draw this one. Nice. So the semifinal bouts will be Perez versus Edwards and Carrillo versus Martinez. Oh, you know, print 3 copies? You're going to print as we go? Elite Female 132 pounds. We have quite a few competitors in this bracket, so they will be boxing on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We have 4 seeded boxers. Chantel Navarro of Southern California is the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed is Casey Dial from Southeastern LBC. Number 3 seed is Emily Bazan from Southern California. Number 4 seed is Lisbeth Oseguera from California Border. So these 4 seeds are placed in the bracket, 1 and 4 on one side and 2 and 3 on the other side. The other boxers in this bracket are Alicia Crockett from Arizona, Alexa Garabo from New Mexico, Akira Haley from Southern LBC, and Angelica Miles from Niagara. So we will draw this bracket with 8 boxers. They will all be boxing on Thursday, March 14th. Navarro versus Miles, Haley versus Oseguera, Bazan versus Garobo, Crockett versus Dial. Those will be the semifinals. Those will be the quarterfinals. They will have the semifinals on March 15th and finals on March 16th.
Right.
Good. We don't have any competitors at Elite Female 125 nor Elite Female 139. We move on to Elite Female 146. So this is an easy one because we have 4 boxers and all achieved seeds. So that places the bracket automatically. Our number 1 seed is Ariana Carrasco from Colorado. Stacia Suttles from Middle Atlantic is our number 2 seed. Number 3 is Alex Circa from Colorado. Number 4 is Nevaeh Williams from Lake Erie. So seeding rules apply. 1 and 4 goes on one side, 2 and 3 on the other. Remember, the system's built in which corner number you're in. Corner color you're in. So it's easy to tell if you're red or blue. We'll have semifinals on the 14th, rest day on the 15th, and finals on the 16th. We have 1 match at Elite Female 154. We have Rashida Elias from Lake Erie and Megan Kilroy of New England. Neither boxer is seeded, so it'll be randomly drawn to see what corner assignment they're in. Elias will be in red and Kilroy in blue, and that final will be on March 16th. We have 1 more Elite Female bout or match in Elite Female 165. We have two boxers. Kendra Samardzis earned the number 1 seed. We also have Samantha Jones. Kendra from Idaho Snake River and Samantha Jones from Metro LBC. Samardzis will be in the red corner, being the number 1 seed, and Jones will be in the blue corner. Finals on Saturday, March 16th at noon. And that concludes the elite female draw. We'll move on to the elite male draw. Once again, my phone number is on the screen. If you have any questions during the draw, please text me. In the elite male 112 category, we have 3 boxers. The number 1 seed is Ryan Williams from Ohio. Also in this category is Jason Esparza from Southwestern and Joseph Lopez from Florida. Being the number 1 seed, Williams will get the bye, and the semifinal match between Esparza and Lopez will occur on March 14th. Esparza in red, Lopez in blue. Rest day on the 15th and finals on the 16th. Okay. Elite male, 119 pounds. We've got a big one here. Only 1 seed, Orlando Zamora of Central Cal, has got the number 1 seed, and you see he's got the bye, being in that top left corner with the star. Also in this bracket, Arturo Acevedo from Metro. Shaheem Ashford from that is not correct. He's from North Carolina, not NCBA. Shaheem, number 2. Just NC. So we're using short codes for our boxer and our official locations, so that way we don't. So we'll make a correction after the draw and leave Shaheem as NC. But Shaheem Ashford is from North Carolina. We're using short codes to abbreviate the LBCs, so that way when we do the draw for the officials, it will not assign officials from the same LBC to those bouts. So that's why you're seeing those that way. Number 3, these boxers are just listed in random order. They're not seated here, the athlete list. Also, we have Luis Castaneda, Colorado. Giovanni Cruz Estrada, Central Cal. Emilio Dimas, Northern Cal. Luis Garcia, Indiana. Lorenzo Francisco from Nebraska. Yep. Jimmy Perez from New Mexico. Luis Primero from Border. Jalim Ramirez from Missouri Valley. Michael Salas from Border. D'Angelo Sanchez from New Mexico. Jeffrey Thomas from Ohio. And Nicholas Walsh of Seattle. So the pattern these ones will box in will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I want to check something real quick. So this one canceled. Loreno. Yep. So Loreno Lorenzo Francisco was a scratch. Okay. All right, so we had to remove that one boxer. We'll now draw the bracket. Zamora receives the bye, being the number 1 seed. There's another bye for Arturo Acevedo. All other boxers will be boxing, since there's 14 in the bracket. Dimas versus Castaneda, Sanchez versus Estrada, Thomas versus Perez, Garcia versus Salas, Primero versus Ramirez, and Ashford versus Walsh. No elites. Good. All right, so once again, they'll have rest days on the 12th and the 14th. This bracket will box on the 11th, 13th, 15th, 16th. Moving on to elite male. 125. We should have 14 boxers. We have 3 seeds: Jordan Fuentes from Central Cal, Emmanuel Carrillo from Southwestern, and Yoruba Moru from New Mexico, right here in Albuquerque. Also in this bracket, Jose Aguiar, Northern Cal, Shine Fernandez, I can't see, Cons. Shine Fernandez Cons from New England, Zahir Fox from Georgia, Francisco Landa from Iowa, Mariano Martin, Colorado, Jose Meja Garibo from Nebraska, Chad Pitts, Georgia, Brandon Sanchez, Southern Cal, Alberto Sostre from Georgia, Joseph Subia, Central Cal, and Hudaifa Youssef from Missouri Valley. The 3 seeds are already placed in the bracket. The 1 and the 2 will receive byes, but with 14 boxers, number 3 seed will be boxing the first day. Here's the draw. So on March 11th, we will get Sanchez versus Aguiar, Landa versus Fox, Subia versus Pitts, Moru versus Sostre, Fernandez Cons versus Martin, Youssef versus Meja Garibo, and Fuentes and Carrillo receive byes. Correct. March 12th will be a rest day. They'll start the 13th. Excuse me. Elite male, 132 pounds. Elite male, 132 pounds. We should have, I have 11. We have 10? Darren Vasquez was removed from the bracket. We have 3 seeds at Elite Male 132. Christian Ortiz from Middle Atlantic is the number 1. Raylan Williams from Ohio is number 2. Jonathan Ruvalcaba from Southern Cal is number 3. All 3 will receive byes on the first day. Boxers in this bracket: Andrew Bazan, Southern Cal, Isael Sherez from Northern Cal, Eric Christie from Georgia, Andy Ramirez Pascual from Northern Cal, Thomas Shen from New England, Devontae Tuggle from Virginia, and Julian Villegas Magdaleno from Nevada. We'll proceed to draw. They will follow the same pattern as the previous weight. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Boxing on Monday, March 11th. Bazan versus Shirez. Shen receives the bye. Ramirez Pascual receives the bye. Magdaleno versus Christie. Tuggle receives the bye, joining Ortiz, Ruvalcaba, and Williams, who received byes. So we will only have 2 matches on Monday. Coming back with rest day on the Tuesday, boxing Wednesday and Friday. Elite Male 139. So we have 3 seeds. Dustin Jimenez from Niagara is the number 1 seed. Joseph Miranda from South Texas is the number 2. And Eric Valencia from Oklahoma is the number 3 seed. Also in this bracket, Juan Arezia from Cal Border, Carlos Aroche, Northern Cal, Bo Evans, Indiana, Aiden Feeney, New England, Cesar Gomez del Cid from North Carolina. Vahe Gregorian, Southern Cal. Cassius Jackson, Colorado. Umar Musa, Virginia. Miles Gwen, South Carolina. Johnny Orlando, Northern Cal. Keith Palomo, Border. Cindric Slimplis, New England. Joseph Villegas Magdaleno, Nevada. And Enam Ugado from New Mexico. So this one is an odd bracket with 17, meaning there'll be only 1 match on Monday. That will be Cesar Gomez del Cid versus Aiden Feeney. All other boxers in this bracket receive byes and will start on the 13th, 12th being a rest day. All right, that's Elite Male 139. Elite Male 147. Fourteen boxers, 3 seeds. Yasir Riley from Lake Erie is the number 1, and Marcel Bonner from Lake Erie is number 2. Benjamin Smith from Florida has gotten the number 3 seed. Also in this bracket, Michael Rivera, New England. Prince Tebow, Central Cal. Damian Williams, Potomac Valley. Osmel Caraballo, New Mexico. Leon Hernandez, New Mexico. Samuel Hernandez, North Carolina. Ivan Hernandez, Arizona. Byron Lorenzo, Georgia. Praise Nagan, that's Northern Cal. Juvenal Paredes, Southern Cal. And Nacelle Reed, Indiana. So with 14 in the bracket, the top 2 seeds, both from Lake Erie, get the byes, Riley and Bonner. Number 3 seed, Smith, gets Nacelle Reed. Also boxing on Monday, 311, is Williams versus Rivera, Lorenzo versus Paredes, Tebow versus Caraballo, Hernandez versus Hernandez, Samuel Hernandez versus Leon Hernandez, and then Ivan Hernandez versus Praise Nagan. Can we fix that?
No, give me the name. The name is.
Yeah, just get rid of that. So Hernan, A-N. Hernandez, same as this one, same as that, Hernandez. Elite Male 156. We should have 10 boxers. No seeds in this bracket, so it'll be totally random. Maximilian Erfani from Georgia. Etienne Hardy from Hawaii. Ajani Hernandez, New Mexico. Marco Jones, Cal Border. Chase Martinez, Gulf. Sebastian Martinez, New Mexico. Silas Montoya, Arkansas. Joseph Romero, Southern Cal. Sergio Angel Soto, West Texas. And Aaron Walden, Indiana. 10 boxers means 2 matches on Monday. They will be Montoya versus Martinez and Walden versus Jones. Receiving buys on Monday and coming back to box on the 14th, Thursday, will be Martinez, Erfani, Soto, Hardy, Romero, and Hernandez. So this one will go in a pattern of the Monday the 11th, Thursday the 14th, Friday 15th, finals on the 16th. Going on to Elite Male 165. We have 1 seed in this bracket. That's Jonathan Montalvo of Nebraska. Also in this bracket is Kay Elizondo, Colorado. Trenton Bradford, Arizona. Connor Bradshaw, Missouri Valley. Giovanni Daly, New England. Melvin Martinez, Metro. Christian Montez, Colorado. Lucas Montoya, Arizona. Lorenzo Rankins, Middle Atlantic. Caleb Sanders, North Carolina. And Jacob Spence from Metro. 11 boxers, meaning 3 matches on Monday. Those will be Montez versus Bradshaw, Bradford versus Montoya, Sanders versus Martinez. Receiving buys are Montalvo, Spence, Rankins, Alizada, Daly. They will have 2 rest days on the 12th and the 13th and box the 14th, 15th, 16th. Elite Male 176. We've got 9 boxers. The seeded boxers are Stephen Colomb, Florida, Tyrick Trapp, New Jersey, and Matthew Knorr, Georgia. Also in the bracket, Victor Alcala, New Mexico, Ali Maysam Alizada from Colorado, Andre Averett, Lake Erie, Theon Davis, Illinois, Moses Diaz, New England, and Braden Starring, Gulf. 9 boxers means there's only 1 match on Monday. That will be Braden Starring versus Ali Maysam Alizada. All other boxers will receive buys and come back on the 14th. Elite Male 189. 5 boxers. Top seed, number 1 is Danelle Brown. Also in the bracket, Cyrus Collins of New England. Pardon me, Danelle Brown of Middle Atlantic. Cyrus Collins, New England. Michael Fitzpatrick, Oklahoma. Donior Manapov, Illinois. And Brian Goldsby, Georgia. So with 5 boxers in this bracket, we will do 1 bout on Thursday the 14th. That will be Goldsby versus Fitzpatrick. On the 14th, semifinals the 15th, finals on the 16th. Brown, Manapov, and Collins buys into the semifinals. Elite Male, 203 pounds. 4 boxers. They will box Thursday and Saturday. The top seeds are Malachi Georges, New Jersey, and Ben Turla of Missouri Valley. Also is Robert Myers, Colorado, and Pablo Solis, Border. 4 boxers. They'll all be boxing on the 14th. Georges versus Solis, Myers versus Turla. Then we move on to the Elite Male Super Heavyweight. One seeded boxer, that's Leroy Clark of New Mexico. Also in this bracket, John Carlos Freeman, Northern Cal, Henry Ortiz, South Texas, Diego Perez, Colorado, Brian Ruelas, Southern Cal, Deontay Willis, Central Cal, Tony Young of Middle Atlantic. These boxers will go Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Seven boxers in the bracket, so only the top seed receives the bye. Boxing on Thursday, March 14th, will be Ortiz versus Carlos Freeman, Young versus Willis, and Perez versus Ruelas. Semifinals on the 15th, finals on the 16th. That concludes the elite male draw.
Can you go back to
Now moving on to the youth female brackets. 106 pounds, we have two boxers, Emily Espino, Southern Cal, and Giselle Pacheco, Southern Cal. So we will draw for corner assignments, and their final will be on March 15th. That's Friday at noon. Pacheco in red, Espino in blue. Youth female, 110 pounds. The number one seed is Star Penrose from Colorado. Also in this bracket, Victoria de Santiago, Southern Cal. They'll fight in the finals March 15th at noon. Penrose in red, Santiago blue. Youth female, 114 pounds. No competitors. Youth female, 119 pounds. 5 boxers. So this bracket has an extra boxer, so it will begin a day early. They will on one bout on Wednesday, then box Thursday, and a final on Friday. So 3 seeds, Jeshane Zapata, Metro, Alexis Tangaro, Hawaii. This is backwards. Alyssa Samorano. Central Cal is the number 3 seed. And then we also have Julie Gallegos, Nevada, and Victoria McAuliffe, New Mexico. So the top 3 seeds receive byes, and the 2 unseeded boxers will face each other on Wednesday. So this will be Wednesday, Gallegos versus McAuliffe, Thursday, and a final on Friday. Just going to make a correction here. This one will go Wednesday, the 13th, March 13th. This one will be 14th. That will be 15th. Just putting the schedule in on this one. We had to make that adjustment because we had a 5th boxer. This is 12. All of them are 12. No, you're right. That's good. Okay, youth female, 125 pounds, has no competitors. So we go on to youth female, 132 pounds. And thank you all coaches for making adjustments and making the maximum matchups. This bracket has two competitors. Gabriela Tellez from South Texas is the number 1 seed. Melissa Small from Nevada is also in this bracket. We'll go ahead and draw it. That will be final on the 15th. Youth female, 139, 146, and 154 do not have any competitors. So we go on to youth female, 165. Two boxers, Talia Corbin, New Mexico, Mackenzie Hatfield, Missouri Valley. This final will occur on Friday, the 15th. Hatfield in red, Corbin in blue. Youth female, 178 plus. We're down to two boxers in this one. Brianna Jenks, Colorado, and Merrick Ortiz, South Texas. Is this correct? Is that right? Jenks? Ortiz? So that's a match bout. But that was canceled. So it should be Ortiz and Annette Lave. Just going to make a correction here. We have the wrong boxer in the bracket. So we're going to make that amendment and then draw it for the final. So youth female super heavyweight, 178 plus. We have Merrick Ortiz of South Texas and Annette Leva of New Mexico. Yes, correct. But Annette, Annette. Okay, we'll go ahead and draw this for corner assignment, and we will get Ortiz in red and Leva in blue. This will be straight to the finals, March 15th, Friday at noon. That concludes the youth female draw. Moving on to the youth male draw. We do have a couple of bracket conflicts on this one that we will look out for at 125 and 156. So youth male 101, we have an unopposed boxer. Youth male. So moving on to youth male 106, we have two boxers and they're both seated. So the bracket's already set for us. They will be boxing on March 15th. Number 1 seed Jorge Levana Galvan of Colorado. Number 2 seed Edgar Herrera, West Texas. So youth male finals will be on Friday, March 15th. Youth male 112 pounds. We have 11 boxers. The top 2 seeds are Moises Rodriguez for Border, Matthews Tercios, South Texas. They both receive buys. Also, Eason Carrillo, South Texas, Gustavo Duenas, Southern Cal, Michael Fernandez Carrillo, Colorado, Sele Katari, Metro, Ricardo Martinez, Missouri Valley, Ricardo Ocampo, Southern California, Azaria Perez, New Mexico, Cristo Reyes Velasco, Central Cal, Jesse Torres, Nevada. So 11 boxers means 3 bouts on Monday. There'll be Reyes Velasco versus Torres, Perez versus Ocampo, and Michael Fernandez Caraveo versus Ricardo Martinez. Receiving buys are the seeds, Tercios and Rodriguez. Also, Duenas, Katari, and Carrillo will receive buys and come back on the 13th. Youth male, 119 pounds. This one's a big one with 20 boxers. 2 seeds, Eushore Williams of Ohio is the top seed. Saul Gamino, Utah, is the number 2 seed. Also in this bracket, Jared Campa, Southern Cal. Jeremiah Casas, South Texas. Alexander Cully, South Carolina. DJ Duke, Hawaii. Maximiliano Figueroa, Southern Cal. Sebastian Galindo, West Texas. Saul Garza, South Texas. Eduardo Goff, Border. Robert Hubbard, Colorado. Daniel Lopez, Southern Cal. Colton Lowry, Hawaii. Savine Portillo, West Texas. Eddie Ramirez, Central Cal. Cruz Reyes, West Texas. Angel Rio Hurtado, Nevada. Alejandro Rodriguez, Arizona. Justin Daniel Romero Calvari, Border. Jorge Villarreal, New Mexico. That's a lot. So receiving buys will be the top 2 seeds, Williams and Gamino. We're going to have 4 bouts on Monday the 11th. They will be Cully versus Casas, Goff versus Portillo, Campa versus Lopez, and Reyes versus Figueroa. All of the boxers receive a bye and will start on the 12th. So this bracket boxes every day, Monday through Friday. So does the next bracket, youth male 132.
Yeah, 20.
No, that's 25. I'm sorry. We're on youth male 125. We should have 20 boxers. We have 10 seeded athletes here. Emiliano Alvarado from Southern Cal is the number 1 seed. Number 2, Owen Miranda, South Texas. Number 3, Kafra Abdus Salam, Gulf. Number 4 is Jesus Almontes, West Texas. Number 5 is Damian Laura, Florida Gold Coast. Number 6 is Giovanni Guevara, Colorado. Number 7, Ayer Jimenez Palma, New England. Number 8, Giancarlo Rodriguez, South Texas. Number 9, Jose Antonio Medrano, Central Cal. Number 10 is Micah Brownell, Georgia. Also in the bracket, Marlon Brown, Metro. Cesar Canahotti, New England. Santino Dedvucaj, Michigan. Gabriel Gonzalez, Southern Cal. Luis Lara, Idaho Snake River. Rafael Lopez, North Dakota. Julian Mercado, South Texas. Jimmy and Sapien, Nevada. Jeremiah Valerio, Northern Cal. And Antonio Walsh, Southeastern. Same pattern as the previous bracket. 4 bouts on Monday the 11th. Conduct the draw. Boxing on the 11th, Sapien versus Kanahuati. Walsh versus Devukaj. Brown versus Valerio. And all other boxers receive a bye and will come back on the 12th. Youth male, 132 pounds. Here we have 18 boxers, 9 seeds, 18 boxers. Isaiah Darden from Ohio is the top seed. Raleigh Bourne from Metro is number 2. Noah Arroyo from Southern Cal is number 3. Paolo Barredo from Southern Cal is 4. Lorenzo Garcia from Colorado is 5. Rene Camacho from Gulf is 6. Quentin Zastro from Hawaii is 7. Adrian Rivera from New England is 8. Angel Sanchez Estrada from Colorado is 9. Also in this bracket, Drew Bay, Potomac Valley. Ty Cassell, Gulf. Matthew Frias, Middle Atlantic. Gilberto Gerardo, Idaho Snake River. Emiliano Lopez, New England. Jose Lopez, North Dakota. Brian Pedraza, South Texas. Oscar Paglin, Colorado. And Aaron Zuniga, West Texas. Youth male 132, we will have 2 matches on Monday. Those will be Casa versus Urado and Paglin versus Lopez. All other boxers will receive byes and begin on Tuesday the 12th. Youth male 147, 10 boxers. Oh, I skipped youth male 139 with 16 boxers. 7 seeds. The top seed is Yahir Diaz Martinez from Florida, Julian Rodriguez, Arizona, Jesse Urbina, Ohio, Price Sparrow, Indiana, Shondell Diaz, Illinois, Nehemiah P., Ohio, Levant Brownlee, Indiana. Also in the bracket, Jose Cantu, South Texas, Anthony Espino, Montana, Aaron Garcia, Missouri Valley, DeRay Haywood Amos, Missouri Valley, Michael Mills, Middle Atlantic, Dejan Padilla, New England, Jaime Pena, Central Cal, Hugo Sandoval, Southern Cal, Jordi Suarez, Southeastern. So it being 16 boxers, everybody will box on Monday, March 11th. So that's March 11th. Yep. Diaz Martinez versus Haywood Amos. Padilla versus Sandoval. Shondell Diaz versus Suarez. Cantu versus Sparrow. Urbina versus Mills. Pena versus P. Brownlee versus Garcia. And Espino versus Rodriguez. March 12th will be a rest day for this bracket. They'll come back on March 13th, 14th, and finals on the 15th. Moving on to youth male 147, we have 10 boxers. – The seeded boxers are number 1, Joshua Franco from West Texas, and Jackson Nez from New Mexico. Also in the bracket, Manuleo Hawaii from Colorado, Duran Cafaro, Montana, Kadeen Hunter Munson, Middle Atlantic, Carl Manning, Missouri Valley, Thomas McElroy, Northern Cal, David Ramirez, Southern Cal, Linnell Walton, Ohio, and Ace Zambrano, Arizona. Bracket of 10, so meaning there's only 2 bouts on Monday. Those will be McElroy versus Hunter Munson and Manning versus Zambrano. All the other boxers will receive buys and rest days on the 12th, boxing on the 13th, 14th, 15th. Youth male, 156 pounds. We also have 10 boxers in this bracket. Can you go back to 25 real quick? Just to look at it.
Youth male. ¿Cuál es el 13? No, pero ¿qué compañía es? ¿Ya lo revisaste? Nomás es pura foto.
Youth male 156. Moving on to youth male 156, we have 10 boxers, meaning 2 bouts on Monday. Number 1 seed is Naeem Somerville from, is that South Atlantic, Baltimore? Also in this bracket, Flavio Bergueno, Southern Cal, Carmine Gentile, Metro, Isaiah Gantos, Illinois, Ezekiel Lopez, South Texas, Michael Lyons, Metro, Abel Marquez, Southern Cal, Cedric Morel, Georgia, Jermaine Nez, New Mexico, and Alex Romero Stafford, Northern Cal. So 10 boxers means 2 bouts on Monday. Those 2 bouts will be Murrell versus Lopez and Romero Stafford versus Gentile. All the other boxers will receive buys, rest days on the 12th, and come back on the 13th, 14th, 15th. Youth male 165, we have 5 boxers, meaning 1 bout on Monday. Then they'll box the semifinals on the 14th and finals on the 15th. Our number 1 seed from Georgia, Elijah Lugo. Also in this bracket, Andre Carrillo, Colorado, Jaden Harvey, Metro, Marcos Rizzo, Florida, Cannon Sloan, Colorado. Draw this bracket. The 1 bout on Monday will be Sloan versus Harvey. Rizzo, Carrillo, and Lugo receiving buys, boxing on the 14th. We don't have any competitors at Youth Male 176, 189, nor 203, and the 203 plus is unopposed. So coaches, we need some big boys in those age groups, 16 and over. Start hitting the basketball games, the football fields, the kickboxing gyms, Muay Thai gyms. We need some big kids. All right, that concludes the youth male draw. Junior female, 90 pounds, no competitors. Junior female, 95 pounds. We have 4 boxers. Junior female. Yep. Junior female, 95 pounds. We have 2 seeds. Sydney Rettes, South Texas, is the number 1 seed, and Raquel Areola from Southern California is number 2 seed. Also, Cheyenne Malgra, New Mexico, and Angelique Tangaro, Hawaii. They will box on the 13th, Wednesday, and final on Friday the 14th. So we'll draw this bracket. On the 13th, we'll have Retes versus Tangaro and Malgra versus Areola. Junior female 101. 5 boxers, meaning they will box Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Number 1 seed, Naira Oseguera. Uh-oh. Pardon while we adjust this bracket. Yep. 95 had 4. Was your girl there? 95. Where this is 101. Oh, you got it now? 5? Iram? You took Iram out? Okay. Now we have 5 at junior female 101. Naira Oseguera, Cal Border. Sienna Nonfala, New England, is the number 2 seed. Also in this bracket, Carly Flores, New Mexico. Marlene Jaime, South Texas. Angel Salviejo, New Mexico. So this means there'll be 1 bout on Wednesday. That will be Flores versus Salvejo. Marlene Jaime receives the bye along with the top 2 seeds. They will box semifinals on the 14th, finals on the 15th. Junior female 106, we should have 3 boxers. No seeds. Zoe Dayon Moore from Hawaii. Angelisa Gonzalez, New Mexico. And Nissi Tulilo, also from Hawaii. So we'll draw this without any seeds or known bracket conflicts. It worked out. Gonzalez versus Tualilo on one side. Dayon Moore receives the bye and is on the other side, goes to the finals on the 15th. Was your 95? That was your one? Yeah. I did. We'll go back. So that's good. That's drawn.
Draw?
Yeah, you're good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Print?
Print, yeah.
Can you go back to 95?
19.5.
Yeah, junior female 95. That's it. That was drawn. Yeah, is your girl there? Raquel? Yeah. It's good. So talk to the finals. Talk to the winner and see if they want to move it to the 14th. Okay. All right.
14th.
It's okay. Junior female, are we on 110? Two seeds at this bracket. Malaya Rodriguez from Oregon is the number 1 seed. Sofia Martinez of Florida is the number 2 seed. Also in this bracket, Marley Guerra, Nevada. Sherilyn Resendez, Indiana. Is Izel Solorzano, Hawaii. And M. Worden from Idaho, Snake River. The top 2 seeds receive the byes, fill in the other 4 boxers. So we got Resendez versus Guerra and Worden versus Solorzano. Those will be on the 13th. Semifinals 14th, finals 15th. Junior female 114 pounds, 2 seeds, Leanne Lynn Lino Lanford, Hawaii, and Mia Rose Garcia, Montana. Also in the bracket, Aaliyah Ortiz and Yaretzi Reyes. Ortiz from Gulf and Reyes from Pacific Northwest. Draw this bracket. They will box on the 13th and 15th. Lanford versus Ortiz, Reyes versus Garcia. Junior female 119 pounds. The top seed, Zion Hensley, receives the bye with 5 in the bracket. Also in the bracket, Kaylee Aguiar, Gulf, America Cruz, South Texas, Jasmine Gutierrez Garcia, Nebraska, and Yuman Lee from Indiana. Our one match on the 13th, 119, one match on the 13th, 13, 14, 15. It will be America Cruz versus Jasmine Gutierrez Garcia. Aguiar, Hensley, Lee receiving byes. They will box on the 14th, final on the 15th. Noon, a.m., noon, 1200.
12.
Yes,
12.
12, yep,
No, no.
13, 13th.
13. 14.
Yep.
14.
Good. So they'll box the 12th, 13th, and 14th. All right, junior female 125. Two boxers at junior female 125. They will be in the finals on Friday, the 15th. They're both seeded. Marley McNeely from Northern Cal and Patience Billingsley from Lake Erie. McNeely draws red, Billingsley draws blue. Junior female 132 has no competitors, so we move on to junior female 138 with 5 boxers. Seeded boxers in this bracket are Brianna Epperson from Missouri Valley and Joanna Martinez from Montana. Also in the bracket, Estrella Herrera, New Mexico, Diana Sotelo, Northern Cal, and Ciara Tanny, Illinois. Draw the bracket to see who boxes on the 13th. Sotelo receives the bye. Tanny versus Herrera on the 13th. Also, the top 2 seeds receive byes. Semifinals on the 13th, finals on the 15th. That concludes the junior female draw. Our junior female 176 plus was unopposed. Junior male, 90 pounds. We have 2 boxers only. They are Carlo DeFrangia from Ohio and Aiden Nagtalone from Utah. They will box in the finals on March 15th. Junior male, 95 pounds. We have 6 boxers. They will box on Wednesday the 13th, Thursday the 14th, and Friday the 15th. Our top seed, Brandon Noriega from Oklahoma, receives the bye. Also in this bracket, Hazel Lara, Idaho Snake River, Diego Leja Lupercio, Florida, Tristan Sands, South Texas, Richard Spriggs, Ohio, and Angel Valdez Areola, Northern Cal. Tristan Sands also receives a bye. The two matches to be held on the 13th will be Valdez Ariola versus Leja Lupercio and Spriggs versus Laura. Junior 101 pounds. These boxers will box Tuesday, Thursday, Friday with 8 in a bracket. All boxers will box on Tuesday. I apologize. They're going to box Monday, Thursday, Friday. So all 8 boxers will be boxing on Monday. This is a really nice looking bracket, if I say so. We've got 4 seeds, 4 excellent boxers. LeVar Adams from Gulf, Refugio Velos from Central Cal, Cavante James from Georgia, and Antonio Rico from South Texas. Combined record like 200 some wins in those 4 guys. Also in this bracket, Jerice Holland, Pacific Northwest, Keonai Puranda from Potomac Valley, Ethan Quiroga, Southern Cal, and Raiden Zia Raymondo from Hawaii. So the 4 seeds have been placed in their corners. We'll draw the other 4 boxers to box on Monday the 11th. And we get Adams versus Quiroga, Puranda versus Rico, James versus Zia Raymondo, and Holland versus Velos. Junior male 106, 11 boxers, 5 seeds. Carlos Morales, Southern Cal. Isaiah Guadino, Southern Cal. Adrian Gamino, Utah. Carlos Ponce, Southern Cal. Damian Romero, Metro. Also in the bracket, James Lincoln, Hawaii. Ralph Narvaez, Gulf. Ismael Ramos, Northern Cal. Darby Velasquez, Central Cal. DeMar Williams, Michigan. And Joseph Bogarin from Colorado. They will box the 11th, 12th, rest day on the 13th, come back Thursday and Friday. So receiving buys will be the 4 seeds. Sorry, all 5 seeds receive buys. The 3 matches occurring on Monday the 11th will be Velasquez Narvaez, Lincoln Williams, and Bogarin Ramos. Junior male 110. We have 20 boxers. 19. I've got 20. Okay. Okay. So we would drop down to 19 boxers here. Junior male 110. We have 4 seeds. Zachy Chapman, Middle Atlantic. Chevy Rodriguez, Southern Cal. Dylan Capetillo Fernandez, Nevada. Landon John Patricio, Hawaii. Also a nice looking set of seeds. Also in the bracket, Felix Aguiar, Gulf. Joseph Aquino, Central Cal. Augustine Granado, New Mexico. Stefan Kinchlow, Colorado. Robert Lopez, Border. Roman Lorenzi, West Texas. Julian Gavino Medrano, Central Cal. Noah Orozco, Colorado. Isaac Perez Holden, Missouri Valley. Moises Ramirez, Colorado. Aiden Rojas, Southern Cal. Jorge Sanchez, Northern Cal. Kali Smith, Gulf. Santiago Barragan Delgado, New Mexico. And Aiden Vaught, Ohio. Big bracket. Looks like they'll box every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the matches on Monday, March 11th, will be Granado versus Orozco, Aquino versus Holden, and Lorenzi versus Aguiar. All other boxers received buys and will start on March 12th. Junior male 114. I got 16 boxers. 3 seeds. Number 1, Christian Paez from South Texas. Angel Vargas, Southwestern. and Luis Garcia, Illinois. Also in the bracket, Carlos Avalos Magdaleno, Nevada, Dason Daryl Duke, Hawaii, Eric Estrada Casillas, Indiana, Joel Fortoso, Indiana, Damian Goff, Border, Gage Lopez, South Texas, Shem Lugo Flores, Southern Cal, Ashton Miller, Colorado, Fernando Morales, Cal Border, Juan Rojas, Southern California, Anthony Salazar, Colorado, Jose Soto, South Texas, and Elio Torres, Northern Cal. Junior Male 114 will box Monday, Tuesday, rest day Wednesday, and finish on Thursday, Friday. So boxing on Monday, the 11th. So, 16 boxers, so every boxer will box. There's no buys. We got Paez versus Estrada Casillas, Salazar versus Avalos Magdaleno, Fortoso versus Lugo Flores, Miller versus Lopez, Garcia versus Torres, Morales versus Goff, Rojas versus Daryl Duke, and Soto versus Vargas. All those matches are on Monday, March 11th. They will box on March 12th, rest day on the 13th, and finals, semifinals and finals on the 14th, 15th. Junior male, 119 pounds. We've got 1, 3, 4. We should have 11 boxers here. Number 1 seed is Javi Mitchell from Niagara. Number 2 seed is Jose Sanchez Estrada, Colorado. Number 3 seed is David Arrieta, Missouri Valley. Also in the bracket, Warren Batiste, New Mexico. Jesus Cisneros, New Mexico. Jared Gaspar, Southern Cal. Brandon Gonzalez, Nevada. Gabriel Labonte, New Mexico. Alex Ortiz Rodriguez, New Mexico. Samuel Romero, New Mexico. And Ramiro Staudinger Espinoza from Utah. So 11 boxers means 3 bouts. They will be Romero versus Cisneros, Gaspar versus Staudinger Espinoza, and Bounty versus Rodriguez. All the other boxers receive buys and will begin on March 12th. Junior male 125. Should have 9 boxers. Two seeds, Jaden Navarrete from West Texas and Adrian White from Ohio. Also, Zaire Doyle, Michigan, Joseph Lopez, Southern Cal, Matthew McDonald, Florida, Gabriel Montoya, New Mexico, Anthony Ortega Martinez, Arizona, Jay Parga, Arkansas, and Santos Sanchez, New Mexico. 9 boxers means only 1 bout on Monday the 11th. They'll do the same pattern as the other previous weights. They'll box Monday, Tuesday, rest day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The 1 bout taking place on Monday will be Parga versus Sanchez. All other boxers receive buys and will begin on March 12th. Junior male 132. We have 17 boxers. Number 1 seed, Yaha Metz, Ohio. Also, Caleb Cantaberos, Hawaii. Oscar Diaz, Central Cal. Azen Garcia, South Texas. Freddie Garobo, New Mexico. Giovanni Garobo, New Mexico. Is that a conflict? Yep. Both from Los Lunas, both twins, I guess, at 132, junior male. So we'll look for a bracket conflict. See if that happens. Roman LaBounty, New Mexico. Kennedy Lara, Idaho Snake River. Fabian Mendez, Colorado. Joseph Nieto, Pacific Northwest. Kevin Padron, Florida Old Coast. Jorge Pena, Arizona. Fernando Perez, Southern Cal. Brandon Sanchez, Colorado. Martel Shelton, Nevada. Dante Velarde, Montana. And Christian Yescas, New Mexico. So we should only have 1 bout on Monday. and then all boxers on Tuesday. So we have the Garobos on opposite sides of the right-hand bracket, so that's acceptable. They would have to win 1-2 matches before they would meet. So our one bout that will occur, if I can find it, will be Giovanni Garobo versus Roman LaBounty. All other boxers receive buys. It will begin on the 12th. 13th, 14th, 15th. Junior male 132, boxing every day. Just going to take a quick look at junior male 114. I'm not sure we could do much more, but yeah, Lopez and Soto are on opposite sides. Fortoso and Estrada Collins are in the top and the bottom half of the bracket. So we don't have any conflicts here. All right, junior male 138. Junior male 138. We should have a nice clean bracket of 8 boxers. Okay, so should be 12, 13, 12, 13. No. 12. Okay, so this will be 12, 12, 14, 15. So the junior male 138 pounds has our only international competitor. Want to welcome Bosco Miskic from Australia to our tournament, and he drew the number 1 seed. Yeah, that's good. No, 12, 14, 15. Also in this bracket are Robert Contreras, South Texas, Julian Hernandez, Idaho Snake River, Christopher LaBounty, New Mexico, Justice Leroux, Hawaii, Carlos Payan, Arizona, Joel Spence, Metro, and Enrico Williams from Virginia. So they, being 8 in the bracket, they will all box on Tuesday the 12th, and then come back the 14th, 15th for the semifinals, finals. Missick draws Julian Hernandez, Payan draws LaBounty, Contreras versus Leroux, and Spence versus Williams. So that'll be the 12th, 14th, 15th.
So these 2 brothers.
What is that?
Can you display 132?
Okay, can you go back to 132?
The one's in 170.
Are they in the wrong weight?
The other one's 165. I caught it on here, but I apparently didn't get the information to him.
Okay, so that's okay. We just have to change the names.
Wrong one.
Yeah, we just have to flip them. So no problem. We'll just sub them out. Can you change that?
Yeah.
Just switch the brothers out.
Yeah. That was
Change
my
the
fault.
name. Change the name.
No, it's 2 brothers. We put them at the wrong weights. So his brother is at 165. So Ali should be 165. Case
another will
should
be
be
the-
176.
Yeah,
We'll correct it later.
After this, you can give me the name. You give me the
Yep.
Yep.
Can you show 132?
132.
So we'll
Moving on to junior male 145. We have 4 boxers, so they will box on Thursday, Friday, the 14th and the 15th. Junior male 145. 1 seed is Noel, excuse me, Noel Hernandez. Also in this bracket, Cristiano Castillo, Central Cal. Pardon me, Noel Hernandez from Southern Cal. Also in the bracket, Anthony Leyva, New Mexico, and Eric Zakowitz, Metro. So they will box on the 14th, 15th. Hernandez versus Leyva, Castillo versus Zakowitz. Junior male 154, we have 2 boxers. They are Yael Gamboa of Gulf and Tyson McGriff of Southwestern. They will box in the finals on Friday, March 15th. Gamboa in red, McGriff in blue. Junior male 165 is no competitors. Junior male 176 has 2 boxers. Norman Simmons of North Carolina is the number 1 seed. Also Monte Freeman of Southwestern. So again, they'll box on March 15th in the finals. Going on to junior male super heavyweight, 176 plus, we have 4 boxers, no seeds. Mark Jackson of Middle Atlantic, Gabriel Martinez, Illinois, Journey Padilla, Wyoming, and Cameron Wade of Northern Cal. They will box on the 14th and the 15th, Thursday and Friday. It says on there 12. So Jackson versus Padilla, March 14th, 12 noon. And Wade versus Martinez. So on Thursday and Friday, everybody's boxing at noon, and on Thursday we move the juniors to the noon session. And that concludes the junior male draw. Takes us on to the intermediate brackets.
Check something when you just make sure that one. We have 5.
5. I have 4. I just have 4. 4.
80 pounds?
4.
90. No, this is 95. Just check 95. Make sure
Oh,
you got
95.
5.
95.
Intermediate female, 80 pounds. We got 4 boxers. Mia Acevedo, Cal Border. Mia Armas Cervantes, Inland Northwest. Lolena Kaleopu, Hawaii. Annalie Valadez, South Texas. So they will box Monday, Wednesday. So intermediate female finals will occur on Wednesday. Intermediate female, most of them will begin on Monday, have rest days on Tuesday, with the final on Wednesday. Boxing on Monday, Lolena versus Mia Armas Cervantes, and Mia Acevenas versus Annalie Valadez. So that's on Monday, and finals on Wednesday. Intermediate female, 85 pounds. 2 boxers, so they'll go straight to a final on Wednesday. Diana Avalos, New Mexico, and Mia Pinney, South Texas. Pinney in red, Avalos blue, March 13th, Wednesday at noon. Intermediate female, 90 pounds. We have 3 boxers. Neely Barnes, Southwestern. Nadia Diaz, Southern Cal. Itzlin Shirley, Hawaii. Nadia Diaz gets the bye, So boxing on Monday will be Shirley versus Barnes. Tuesday is a rest day, and they will box in the finals on Wednesday, the 13th. Intermediate female, 95 pounds. This bracket has 5 competitors, meaning they'll box Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. No seeds: Sienna Chavez, Arizona; Isabella Jimenez, Idaho; Allison Landreth, South Texas; Yamilex Perez, Colorado; Yareltsi Valdez Areola, Northern Cal. So we should have one match on Monday, and that will be Perez versus Valdez Areola. Jimenez, Landreth, and Chavez receive byes, and will start on the 12th, Tuesday. Intermediate female 101. 3 boxers: Giselle Luan Ramirez, Arizona; Azalia Meza, New Mexico; Miranda Zamaripa, South Texas. 3 boxers. 1 will receive a bye. 1 match on Monday. Finals on Wednesday. Zamaripa receives the bye. Boxing Monday will be Meza versus Luan Ramirez. Finals on the 13th, Wednesday. Intermediate female 106 has no competitors, nor does 110. So we move on to intermediate female 114. 2 boxers: Michaela Moon of Southeastern and Layla Nez of New Mexico. They will box in a final on Wednesday. Nez in red, Moon in blue. That concludes the intermediate female draw. We move on to the intermediate male draw. There's no competitors at intermediate male 60 pounds, so we begin at intermediate male 65 pounds. Four competitors. So they will box Wednesday and Thursday. Briley Mabry, Virginia; Giovanni Palomo, Border; Javier Pineda, Arizona; Ethan Rodriguez, Southern Cal. On the 13th, we will have Mabry versus Rodriguez, Pineda versus Palomo. Finals on the 14th. Intermediate male 70 pounds, we have 6 boxers. No seeds. Jaden Aparicio Denton, Southern Cal; Jaden Gracia, South Texas; Paul Jones, Missouri Valley; Juan Diego Leja, Florida; Ryan Quiroga, Southern Cal; and Luis Rios, Central Cal. So 6 boxers, 2 will get byes. No. Yep. 2 will get byes, 2 matches on Monday. Receiving byes will be Leja and Quiroga. Boxing on Monday will be Jones and Gracia, Aparicio Denton, and Rios. They will then have a rest day on the 12th, and then box 13th, 14th. Intermediate male, 75 pounds, 11 boxers. No seeds. Oh, sorry, we don't do any seeds for intermediate. Emmanuel Cantu, South Texas; Kylan Emerson Macon, Southwestern; Jeremiah Hermosillo, Arizona; Ishmael Latifoff, Northern Cal; Xavier Macias, Southern Cal; Lennox Magno, Hawaii; Baltazar Martinez, Southern Cal; Christian Mendez, Southern Cal; Leighton James Patricio, Hawaii; Eric Perez, Southern Cal; Hervey Sanchez, West Texas. So that's 11 boxers, meaning 3 bouts on Monday. So what do we got? We got matches between Leighton James Patricio and Christian Mendez, Emmanuel Cantu and Xavier Macias, and Kylan Emerson Macon versus Hervey Sanchez. Those will all take place Monday. The other boxers, Magno Latifov, Hermosillo, Perez, and Martinez all receive buys and will begin on the 12th. Intermediate male, 80 pounds. Intermediate male, 80 pounds. 15 boxers, meaning there'll be one buy, and everybody else will be boxing on Monday. Julian Alejo, Cal Border. Abraham Areola, Southern Cal. Adrian Aviles, Northern Cal. Stefano Cortez, Cal Border. Julian Gamino, Utah. Jabrion Giles, Arkansas. Ethan Knutson, Colorado. Ta'ale Mahelona, Hawaii. Lavoya Riddle Smith, Colorado. Jorge Sanchez, West Texas. Mateo Sanchez, New Mexico. Kendrick Smith, Southern. Murat Velbovet, Southern Cal. Varian Villalba, New Mexico. And Valen Williams, South Texas. So one bye on Monday and everybody else in action. That bye is earned by Lavoya Riddle Smith. So on Monday we got Areola versus Knudsen, Villalba versus Giles, Alejo versus Smith, Gamino versus Cortez, Sanchez versus Aviles. That was Mateo Sanchez versus Adrian Aviles, Jorge Sanchez versus Murat Velbovets, and Ta'ale Mahelona versus Valen Williams. They will box on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Intermediate male, 85 pounds. We have 13 boxers. Skylar Bilecki, Arizona. Eli Chavez, Southern Cal. Lane Corley, New Mexico. Lawrence Davis, Ohio. Charles Doyle, Florida Gold Coast. Hector Fonseca, South Texas. Keku Mua Kapu Hendrickson from Hawaii. Edric Hilliard, Illinois. Cruz Yasso, Gulf. Edry Juarez, West Texas. Max Manriquez, Southern Cal. Benito Rodriguez, Central Cal. And Silas Rollins, South Texas. "13 boxers" means 5 matches. Those are Rodriguez versus Manriquez, Yasso versus Corley, Hendrickson versus Fonseca, Doyle versus Chavez, Hilliard versus Juarez. Receiving buys are Rollins, Bilecki, and Davis. Boxing every day in this bracket, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Intermediate male finals will all be on Thursday. Intermediate male, 90 pounds. We should have 12 boxers. Caleb Balassi, Hawaii. Carlos De Leon, New Mexico. Ronald Dupuy, Montana. Nathaniel Farias, Central Cal. Benicio Garza, South Texas. Joel Hernandez, Southern Cal. Matix Joshua Ibanez, Hawaii. Yoser Lugo Flores, Southern Cal. Ethan Nieves Vargas, Florida. Jerome Penrose, Colorado. Eliseo Vargas, New Mexico. And Wyatt Wallace, South Texas. 12 boxers. 4 bouts on Monday. Garza versus Vargas. De Leon versus Hernandez. Farias versus Dupuy. Vargas versus Flores. Receiving buys would be Penrose, Balassi, Wallace, and Ibanez. Intermediate male, 95 pounds.
Mike, have a sort of two teammates in the same bracket.
Estrada, Tapia.
Yep.
Let's see. It should happen automatically. Let's see. Intermediate male, 95 pounds. We got 15 boxers. So I got 16 on the screen, Scott. Are we good? 16?
95 is 15.
There's somebody missing. We have a late scratch. Tolliver is good. Canty, number 2. All right, so we got 15 boxers. Vincent Cantu, South Texas. Christopher Espinoza, Nevada. Juan Estrada, Central Cal. Jaden Hernandez, South Texas. Andre Holm, Southern Cal. Maximiliano Jimenez, South Texas. Ricardo Luna, South Texas. Xavier Martinez, Lake Erie. Axel Reyes, Georgia. Anthony Rojas, Southern Cal. Julian Sanchez, West Texas. Peyton Sewell, Missouri Valley. Juan Tapia, Central Cal. Quentin Thomas, Gulf. And Tavon Tolliver, Ohio. So one lucky boxer will get the bye. That is Juan Tapia. All other boxers are boxing on Monday. That would be Espinoza versus Holm. Martinez versus Reyes. Tolliver versus Rojas. Thomas versus Hernandez, Cantu versus Jimenez, Luna versus Estrada, and Sewell versus Sanchez. So we've got Estrada on the right side and Tapia at the top. So they would have to box 1-2 times before meeting each other. So semifinals, we'll accept that. Intermediate male 101, 11 boxers. 3 bouts on Monday. Santos Alamon, South Texas. Jordan Chavez, Nevada. Oscar Cisneros, Gulf. Brandon Clark, Missouri Valley. Jaden De Lara Bajorquez, Southern Cal. Isaac Lopez, Colorado. Damoni McMillan, Southwestern. Darren Mendoza, Colorado. Marcelo Navarrete, West Texas. Yandel Pena, Gulf. And Macklin Whiting, Georgia. Getting the buys are Bajorquez, Alamon, Navarrete, Mendoza, and Cisneros. Boxing on Monday is Clark versus McMillan, Whiting versus Lopez, and Pena versus Chavez. Intermediate male 106. 12 boxers. Chaz Backlund, Hawaii. Reno Busby, Nebraska. Alejandro Carrillo, Colorado. Damon Flores, Central Cal. Daniel Gonzalez, Central Cal. Jeremiah Macon, Southwestern. Alberto Mendoza, New Mexico. Anthony Nance, Central Cal. Jorge Sotelo, Northern Cal. Levi Teixeira, Hawaii. Davion Thomas Clark, Missouri Valley. And Gavon Vega, Gulf. Intermediate male 106. We have 12 boxers, 4 buys. Those are Gonzalez, Teixeira, Macon, and Vega. Boxing on Monday are Carrillo Sotelo, Mendoza versus Nance, Thomas Clark versus Backlund, and Busby versus Flores. They will box the 11th, 12th, 13th, finals on 14th. All right. Intermediate male 110. This bracket doesn't begin until Tuesday. 7 boxers: Vincent Barreto, Southern Cal; Julian Chavez Orozco, Southern Cal; Caleb Davis, Potomac Valley; Trayvon Dobbins, Indiana; Abel Lopez, West Texas; Timothy Muhammad, North Carolina; and Juan Valadez, South Texas. So they'll box the 12th, 13th, 14th. 7 boxers, meaning only one gets a bye, and that's Juan Valdez. The rest of the boxers boxing on Tuesday the 12th: Davis versus Lopez, Muhammad versus Chavez Orozco, Barreto versus Dobbins. Intermediate male 114. 6 boxers: Aurelio Martinez, Oregon; Rafael Martinez, South Texas; Adrian Prieto, Missouri Valley; Ivan Salazar, Colorado; Eduardo Vargas, Missouri Valley; and Virgil Warren, Colorado. With 6 boxers, we should have 2 byes. Receiving byes are Prieto and Martinez. Boxing on the 12th: Warren versus Vargas, Martinez versus Salazar. Intermediate male 119.
6.
That Darmon tank stays out.
Intermediate male 119. Caleb Brooks, Potomac Valley; Julian Camacho, Gulf; Kazi Farrar, Welcome, Georgia; Benjamin Rodriguez, South Carolina; Zayden Souza, Hawaii; and Kalea Thomas, Hawaii. They'll box the 12th, 13th, 14th. 6 boxers, 2 byes. Byes received by Farrar, Welcome, and Souza. Boxing on the 12th are Thomas versus Brooks and Rodriguez versus Camacho. Intermediate male 125. Again, 6 boxers: Tajay Blackman, North Carolina; Kane Elizondo, Oregon; Quarter Espinoza, Utah; Gavino Flores, Southern Cal; Adrian Plasencia, also Southern Cal; Jose Rodarte, Southern Cal. Receiving byes are Gavino Flores and Quarter Espinoza. Boxing on the 12th are Plasencia versus Rodarte and Elizondo versus Blackman. Intermediate male 132, 3 boxers: Carmelo Horta, Southern Cal; Samuel Milo Carter, Hawaii; Anthony Ramirez, West Texas. 132, that means 1 bout on Tuesday, finals on Wednesday the 14th. So boxing on Tuesday will be Horta versus Ramirez, Carter receiving the bye, and going to the finals on the 14th. Intermediate male 138 is our final bracket. It only has 2 boxers. They will box in the final on Thursday: Paul Evans of New Mexico, Michael Martinez of Southern Cal. Evans red, Martinez blue. Finals March 14th. We'll now move on. That concludes the intermediate male draw. We'll move on to the bantam female draw.
I won't go to the restroom. Go to the washroom. Check, can I go to the... Scott? Need anything?开多少没说？
So he knows you're working.
我操，这字体好小，
你才知道啊？
我看得出来了，我不知道为什么这么小。还在拍吗？
Next time, take the mic with you so we can all make sure we know what we're doing.
Man, female?
Yes.
Does anybody need us to go back to look at anything?
No.
Can you show intermediate male 101?
Oh, yeah, that was.
We're going to go back and show a few. Yeah, intermediate male 101. Yeah, so we do have a bracket conflict here, but they're on opposite sides and would meet in the semifinals. So we have Pena and Cisneros, is it? From Gulf? Pena and Cisneros. So they're on opposite sides of the right-hand side of the bracket, so they would meet in the semifinals. So we accept that. So leave that up for a sec so we can take a look. Intermediate male 101. Can you look at intermediate 85? So here's just redisplaying brackets for people who missed them. Can you look at intermediate male 90? Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have to. So we did not seed any intermediate brackets. We only seeded junior, youth, and elite. So this being a national open, we wanted to just make a random draw for intermediates and bantams. So the buys were drawn randomly. No seeding. Can you show junior female 138? Junior female 138. Hey, so I think that these are all showing in real time. So if you need to re-see a bracket, just look at the brackets on the website. Junior female 138.
Oh, first thing to do is left and okay.
Elite male 139. I'm looking online. Yeah, and it's populated. So if you go to usaboxing.org and go to the event page and click on brackets, you're seeing these as we draw them. They're actually populated. So we don't need to go back. So there's your junior female 138. Question about Sting headgear. No, it doesn't have to do with the pictures during the tournament. I meant pictures for promos and posters and things like that. Okay. What time does the coaches area close today? Close to 5 p.m. or soon after. Okay, so everybody's asking to read display brackets. Please just go to the website. So where are we at? Bantam female? Yep. Bantam female 70 pounds. We have 5 boxers. Layla Carreras, New Mexico. Lacey Corley, New Mexico. Layla Crenshaw, South Texas. Zayla Monet Spencer, Hawaii, and Eden Williams from Potomac Valley. Crenshaw and Williams receive buys. So does Monet Spencer. Boxing on the 11th will be Carreras Corley. Everybody will box Tuesday and final on the 13th. So Bantam female finals are on Wednesday the 13th. No competitors at 75 nor 80 pounds. Move on to Bantam female 85 pounds. 6 boxers. Erica Buckman, New Mexico. Marzela Catalan, Arizona. Meichtelen Emma, New Mexico. Sofia Ortega, South Texas. Zalia Souza, Hawaii. Heheya Tau Helu, Northern Cal. I tried. So receiving buys will be Catalan and Ortega. Boxing on Monday the 11th will be Heheya versus Emma, Souza versus Buckman. Then they'll box Tuesday with a final on Wednesday. Bantam female 90 is empty, so we move on to Bantam female 95 pounds. 2 boxers. They'll box in a final on Wednesday. It'll be Vanessa Enriquez from Arizona versus Bella Gallegos of New Mexico. Bantam female 106 pounds. Also 2 boxers. They will box in a final on Wednesday, the 13th. Hamber Castillo Carici from Central Cal versus Layla Luan, Northern Cal. Bantam female 119 pounds. Why is it so small?
Yeah, let Mr. One to change it.
Okay. Bantam female 119 pounds. 2 boxers. Boxing the final on the Wednesday the 13th. Bernice Lopez of Gulf versus Amaya Mendoza, New Mexico. That concludes the Bantam female draw. Oh, we have an unopposed Bantam female 138. So Bantam male, we're going to move on to Bantam male 55 pounds. So we have 5 boxers here, which busted our bracket a little bit. We're going to start on Tuesday. We'll box Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in this bracket. Bantam male 55 pounds, Davis Zion, that's backwards, should be Zion Davis. This is backwards. Davis is the last name. Zion Davis from Potomac Valley, King Connor, Nevada, Jarek Guzman, South Texas, Max Wyatt Longboy, Hawaii, and Joshua Ortega, South Texas. So we'll have 1 match on Tuesday the 12th. This is the 12th, 13, 14. Bantam male finals will occur on Thursday, March 14th. Thank you. 12th? This one match is the 12th. So on March 12th, we will have Davis versus Ortega. Longboy, Connor, and Guzman receive buys and will begin on Wednesday the 13th. That's good. So once again, bantam male 55 pounds, Davis and Ortega will box on March 12th. That's Tuesday. This bracket begins Tuesday. All right, moving on. Bantam male 60 pounds. $14 boxers. So they're going to box every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Ivan Bradford, Southern Cal. Ivan Carrillo, New Mexico. Mauricio Gamino, Utah. Cayenne Iqbal, South Texas. Antonio Johnson, Ohio. Angelo Lopez, Southern Cal. Alexander Montiel, South Texas. Caden Nance, Central Cal. Jax Pinney, South Texas. Damian Ponce, Southern Cal. Ezra Sanchez, New Mexico. Jace Sofa Vergara, Hawaii. Brazen Tadaki Kapuwai from Hawaii. And Leonardo Valdez from Northern Cal. So 2 boxers should receive buys. Those are Jace Sofa Vergara and Alexander Montiel. Boxing on Monday, the 11th. That's tomorrow morning. Ivan Carrillo versus Caden Nance. Pinney versus Sanchez. Johnson versus Gamino. Ponce versus Tadaki Kapuwai. Valdez versus Iqbal. And Lopez versus Bradford. So this is a big bracket. It will go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday final. All bantam males finals on Thursday. Bantam male 65 pounds. We have 14 boxers as well. Another big bracket. Caleb Avila, South Texas. Liam Bielecki, Arizona. Gabriel Castillo, Southern Cal. Caleb Cooper, Northern Cal. Leandro Delgado from the Gulf. Giovanni Monroy, Middle Atlantic. Maximiliano Montiel, South Texas. Leonardo Ortiz, South Texas. Jackson Rome Pa'o from Hawaii. Christian Ramos, California, from Central Cal. Joseph Rubio, Nevada. Arthur Satterwhite, Southern Cal. Javen Sofa Vergara, Hawaii. And Jason Terry, Ohio. I need to get Ryan here doing these announcements. So 2 buys again. Those go to Jackson Rome from Hawaii and Joseph Rubio. Boxing on Monday, Ortiz versus Avila. Monroy versus Montiel. Sofa Vergara versus Bielecki. Ramos versus Satterwhite. Castillo versus Terry. And Delgado versus Cooper. So another packed bracket. Bantam male 65. Starting right away tomorrow morning. Boxing every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday final. Bantam male 70 pounds. Another big bracket of 14. Our Bantams turned out, guys. Eli Andujo, West Texas. Jason Banks, Ohio. Alexander Carlisle, Nebraska. Jorge Chavez, Nevada. Marcus Denton, Missouri Valley. Christian Dobbins, Pacific Northwest. Sergio Enriquez, Border. Jeremy Flores, New Mexico. Tristan Flores, South Texas. Noe Hernandez, South Texas. Eric Johnson, Northern Cal. Jerenis Riley Mata, Central Cal. Joel Puente, South Texas. Brandon Rousseau. Is that right? Rousseau. That sounds good. New Mexico. And Mason Sanchez, Central Cal. 15 boxers. No, we should have 14.
14.
So who?
Puente's not in there.
Joel Puente sustained an injury and had to withdraw. So we need to take him out. And we have 14 boxers. So same as our last 2 categories, we'll have 6 bouts on Monday. 2 will receive buys. Thank you. Go ahead and draw. Receiving the buys are Chavez and Riley Mata. Boxing on Monday, Sanchez versus Carlisle. Enriquez versus Hernandez. Flores versus Rosao. Dobbins versus Flores. Andujo versus Denton. Johnson versus Banks. So bantam male 70. We don't have any on here. We're good on here. What's that? The LBC is okay. No? State. Which one? Is there? Oh, New Mexico, Flores. It's okay. Bantam male 75 pounds, 11 boxers. Issa Brownell, Georgia. Giovanni Cruz, Southwestern. Jose Delgado, Gulf. Carol Diaz, Central Cal. Brian Dupuy, Montana. Gonzalo Ibanez, Oklahoma. Gianni Moreno, Southern Cal. Osiris Rangel, South Texas. Angel Rodriguez, Border. Josiah Salas, Northern Cal. And Ahiram Torres, Southern Cal. 11 boxers means 3 bouts on Monday. Receiving buys are Cruz, Dupuy, Diaz, Delgado, and Rangel. Boxing on Monday, Brownell versus Rodriguez, Torres versus Ibanez, and Moreno versus Salas. Bantam male 80 pounds, also 11 boxers. Quentin August, Central Cal. Jesus Castillo, New Mexico. Amari Clark, Missouri Valley. Darius Correa, Hawaii. Arian Diaz, Central Cal. Cal Border. Joshua Lopez, Southern Cal. Peyton McMillan, Southwestern. Royce Munoz, Cal Border. Diego Rios, Southern Cal. Ezra Scott, Virginia, and Elijah Velasquez, South Texas. 11 boxers means 3 bouts. Receiving buys are Lopez, Diaz, McMillan, Correa, Castillo. Boxing on Monday, Rios versus Clark, August versus Scott, Velasquez versus Munoz, and that's it. Boxing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday's the final for all bantam males. Bantam male 85 pounds, 7 boxers. Isaac Bogarin, Colorado. Michael Cruz Ford, Colorado. Micah Diaz, Hawaii. Riley Maravich, Idaho. Adrian Paez, South Texas. Austin Sanchez, New Mexico. And Nathan Sanchez, Central Cal. 7 boxers means 1 bye, 3 bouts. Adrian Paez receives the bye. Boxing on Monday will be Sanchez versus Bogarin, Cruz Ford versus Diaz, and Maravich versus Sanchez. Bantam male 90 pounds. We have 5 boxers, meaning only 1 bout on Monday. They'll have a rest day Tuesday and then come back on Wednesday, Thursday. Raul Leon, Nevada. Carlos Lopez, South Texas. Azari Moreno, Lake Erie. Emmanuel Ornelas, Southeastern. Jackson Vela, Missouri Valley. 5 boxers. 1 bout, Lopez versus Moreno on Monday. Leon Ornelas and Vela receive buys and will come back on the 13th. Bantam male 101 is, Bantam male 95 is unopposed. Bantam male 101 is no competitors. So Bantam male 106 has 2 boxers. They will meet each other in the final on Thursday, the 14th. Kaylin Daniels of Southwestern versus Gabrielle Saldana of Central Cal. 110 and 114 are uncontested. We have Bantam Male 119, two boxers. They'll meet in the final on March 14th. Xavier Lynch Hudson of Northern Cal versus Andrew Santos Santiago, Southern Cal. And that concludes, did we do 19? Yep. That concludes the Bantam Male draw. We'll now move on to the Pee-wees. So Pee-wee 9-10 female. We begin with the 55-pound bracket. We have three boxers. So the Pee-wee females will box. Pee-wee 9-10 females and the Pee-wee 8 females will have their finals on Wednesday. So these Pee-wee females will box on Tuesday and Wednesday. Pee-wee 9-10 female 55 pounds. Gemma Grimaldo, Gulf. Adele Martinez, Central Cal. Dana Tercios from South Texas. Adele Martinez receives the bye and will advance to the final on Wednesday the 13th, facing the winner of Tercios and Grimaldo from March 12th. Pee-wee female 60 pounds. Three boxers, same as 55 pounds, Tuesday, Wednesday bouts. Liliana Hernandez, South Texas. Maya Penny, South Texas. Solange Salguero, New Mexico. The bye goes to Penny. Salguero versus Hernandez on the 12th. Finals on the 13th. Pee-wee 9-10 female 65 pounds has two boxers. Aniel Alejo, Cal Border, versus Piper Ramirez Tesaico, Ohio. That final will be on March 13th, Wednesday. The Pee-wee 9-10 female 90-pound was unopposed. Moving on to Pee-wee 9-10 male.
Male next to Pee-wee male.
Pee-wee male, 9-10 male.
90.
No, we're good. We're done.
Yeah,
Pee-wee 9-10 male.
yeah.
Pee-wee 9-10 male.
Yeah. From Pee-wee male.
55. 55. 55.
Yeah, 55.
Good. I should have 8.
Mañana, luego si ganamos, vamos a ganar y luego todos los días hasta ustedes.
You have 8 spots?
Thursday, sí. Van a también lo mismo, pero yo no paso nada más.
8 P 8 8 this is 15 15
Right.
8
Right. The
and
next one.
the next one is 7.
Uriah.
This division is right
Yes.
and the next one another one.
Vincent in the next one.
This is the first one. Last name is
EEF.
VEN.
You fixing that? Is this good?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
So, if that's my son right there, who's he fighting? Where's that
Nobody.
mean?
Bye. Once you get the bye. Because it's an uneven number. So there's only five, so there's only one match the first day. So we get to four. So you got to buy, you got to buy, you got to buy. So that one match, and then we'll have four. So he's going to fight the winner of those two on that date.
On this.
Yep.
Okay. So, thank you.
All right. Pee Wee male, 9'10 males, 55 pounds. We have 8 boxers, a nice clean bracket. Everybody's boxing on Monday. Uriah Reyes, Georgia. Joaquin Alvarado Chavez, Nevada. Maximus Bustamante, South Texas. Juan Cantu of South Texas. Santiago Dominguez from Border. Jeremiah Hernandez, Southern Cal. Michael Martinez, Southwestern. And Braxton Piper, Hawaii. So 8 boxers. That means everybody will be boxing on March 11th. Go the 12th and finals on the 13th. So we got Alvarado versus Chavez, Alvarado Chavez versus Bustamante, Reyes versus Hernandez, Martinez versus Cantu, Dominguez versus Piper. Pee Wee male, 60 pounds. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Pee Wee male, 9'10 male, 60 pounds. We have 8 boxers, meaning all boxers are boxing tomorrow morning. 8. Pee Wee 9'10 male, 60 pounds, 8 boxers. All right, so we got 1 and 2. Vincent's on there twice, but I've got 8 in mine. Yeah, I should have 7. So what's up with Abner?
Benito.
No. No, have no four. Only cancel.
Who?
Benito's good. Oh no, it's canceled. He's sick. Who you got?
Ezekiel cancel?
Yeah, I can.
No, Benito canceled. So take out Vincent. It should be 7.
7.
I've got 7. Okay. So Pee Wee 910 male, 60 pounds. We got 7 boxers, meaning one boxer will get a bye, and all other boxers will box on Monday. Vincent Ventania. I get that close? Is that good? Ventania. Southern Cal. Levi Brown, Middle Atlantic. Antonio Duncan, Lake Erie. Tobias Penrose, Colorado. Ezekiel Saldana, Southern Cal. Liam Vega, Gulf. And Eder Villarreal, Southern Cal. Receiving the bye will be Ezekiel Saldana. Boxing on Monday is Brown versus Duncan, Ventania versus Vega, and Penrose versus Villarreal. Pee Wee male, 9'10", 65 pounds. We should have 6 boxers. Joshua David Epperson, Missouri Valley. Matthew Fonseca, South Texas. Osvaldo Hernandez, South Texas. Rocco Landers, Arizona. Ramiro Marufo, West Texas. And Dominic Silva, Gulf. Should have 2 boxers with byes. All other boxers boxing on Monday, the 11th. Hernandez and Fonseca with byes. Epperson versus Marufo. Landers versus Silva. Pee Wee male, 70 pounds. Should have 4 boxers. Amari Butts, Middle Atlantic. 13. Owen DeLeon, New Mexico. Umar Metz, Ohio. And Aston Perry, Missouri Valley. They will begin on Monday, have the rest day Tuesday, and box in a final on Wednesday, the 13th. All boxers on Monday, it will be Metz versus Butts, Perry versus DeLeon. Pee Wee 9'10", male, 75 pounds. Again, we have 4 boxers boxing on Monday and Wednesday. Alexander Hernandez, Arkansas. Daniel Sanchez, Northern Cal. Alicia Sosi, Montana. Julian Valadez, South Texas. Boxing, all of them boxing on Monday. It will be Hernandez versus Alicia, Sanchez versus Valadez. Okay. Okay. Good. Yep. Pee Wee 9'10", male, 80 pounds. We got 3 boxers. 2 will box on Monday. 1 will receive a bye and be in the finals on Wednesday. Derek Garcia, South Texas. Lacoste Vergara, Hawaii. And Lucas Kelly from the Gulf. Garcia receives the bye. Will be on the final on the 13th versus the winner of Vergara and Kelly from March 11th. Pee Wee male, 9'10", 85, 90, and 95 are uncontested, and the 101 is unopposed. This takes us to the Pee Wee 8 female. We only have 1 bracket here, 60 pounds. 2 boxers. Their final will be on Wednesday, March 13th. Imoni Ronhell from South Texas versus Avery Williams, Potomac Valley. Moving on to the Pee Wee 8 male brackets. 50 pounds. These Pee Wee 8 males will also have their finals on Wednesday, March 13th. At 50 pounds, it will be Jez Elmonts, West Texas, versus Jacob Van Guido, Southern Cal. That will be on March 13th, Wednesday. Pee Wee 8 male, 55 pounds. Also 2 boxers. Eli Gamas, South Texas versus Santana Para, Southern Cal. Finals on Wednesday, the 13th. And our Pee Wee 8 male, 65 pound was unopposed. And that concludes the draw. Thanks, guys. Just check to see if we had any questions. How long are junior male rounds? Coach, how long are junior male rounds? Coach, how long are junior male rounds? Thank you. 2 minutes. Thank you. Juniors will box 2 minutes, so will intermediates. Bantams and peewees will box 1.5 minutes. Everybody else looks like they're good. Where will you guys hold the qualifier in 2025? I don't know yet. I don't know if we'll have a qualifier. Good question, though. Thank you very much. See you at the weigh-ins tomorrow morning, 12 noon session. Please be here in your seats by 6 a.m. Trial scale at 5, and then the 6:30, be report at 6:30 for the PM session. Thank you.